back your mind once you're dead.
How'd you survive it?
Nathaniel. I had to look after him.
大家好，我是 Ting， 我们今天继续来玩《柏德之门3》。好，我们前一个部分我们打赢这个 Catholic， 然后应该也跟这边人都对话了。那一部分没对话，我就自己录的时候就把它弄掉了。那我觉得就无所谓，就大家针对这边的状况，然后一个有感而发，或者是自己的问题终于获得解决了这样子。然后呢，重点是上面的这个，突然忘了它叫什么。那个阿尔菲拉应该又有一首歌要唱，所以我们这边再存档一下。对话完之后，我们再立刻去前往那个柏德之门的路上，应该要正式进入到我们游戏的第3章的部分哈。
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maula's still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
啊，原来他不是要唱歌，他只是想有感而发，但觉得一个人太尴尬了。好吧，我们也尴尬了一下，因为我也以为这边还有什么演出，重要演出。对，那就这样吧。然后我其实刚忘了跟他讲，我为什么隔了这么久才录。还有一个部分就是那个这款游戏终于那个 Steam 好评率冲到压倒性好评了，因为那个近期的好评率都是 96%， 已经把它之前从93拉到94，然后最近终于拉到95了。因为后面的近期30天评论大概有16万笔嘛，现在好像是21万笔，所以有很轻松的把它拉上去了。那我觉得，玩到1、2章的内容，我真的觉得是正常来讲，1、2章大概就可以是一个中小型 game 的一个全部流程，几乎是，所以它后面还有，如果说还有将近一半的整个完整的游戏流程还有将近一半的话，那这游戏真的是不错，真的是屌，我觉得它值得一个年度游戏，就像那个我之前讲的那个国外我自己订阅那个频道，对他那个时候就讲，他觉得这个游戏应该拿年度游戏，果不其然。做到这种细节跟这种格局跟这种内容的，应该是我感觉大概应该是近10几年，应该已经是一个标杆性的游戏了。他们我看有媒体评测讲，另外一款是2009年的这个龙腾纪元，应该是崛起吧还是什么的。那款我没有无缘去体会到，因为那时候BioWare的大部分游戏。除非个别有代理的，不然应该都是原文的，应该是没有机会。而且09我好像还没有电脑，09应该有，可是那个时候应该都在玩 online game， 所以没有机会。
Thanks to you, you did well to defeat Ketheric, but Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
继续刚刚的那个所以我已经忘了要讲什么。好评率嘛，对，好评率，然后应该拿年度游戏。好，所以就这样吧。我觉得虽然说有我看到有些差评在讲第3章的一开始的流程，那我们等一下就要体验到了，所以。反正前2章真的是史诗级的体验，那第3章可能会让我们开场会有点小失望。一样就是我可能讲过的，以前在永恒之柱或者是2077的一个主轴代入感的，就是故事的主代入感，跟你实际在游戏里面的这个节奏的这个割裂感的问题。 我讲的很抽象，但其实等一下可能大家就知道了。这边先卖个关子，那我们先来回这个梦境访客的问题吧。
Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
好，刚刚还要补充什么？有点忘记了。
If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
其实我现在偶尔会有点掉帧哈，因为我的游戏画面我其实又开高了一些，然后因为我想说，最近不是终于他把那个更新推播出来了嘛，所以我想说可以开高一点，看起来会不会比较？因为我原本开有些画面是关掉的，我觉得好像是跑的是蛮顺的，所以我又蠢蠢欲动，又想要那个画面开极致，对不对？来爽一下，看起来还是会时不时掉到40-50帧啊，还是有一点。不晓得这个动态人群到底开跟不开，因为我的 NVIDIA 的最佳设定是建议我开，可是我觉得就那个掉帧让我有点受不了。就时不时掉一下，时不时掉一下。我们原始人群互动时，允许游戏程式码切换至动态互动。哎，算了，先关掉吧。好像有稳定一点了。
The shadow curse is one blight we were able to cure.
The Absolute's armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
这个阴影开到中，怎么没有及时算那个？还是本来这边就这种的就没有在算的？好像没有在算。好吧，反正啊对，然后我想起来刚刚跟大家讲什么。其实我隔这么久没录，是我又重打了。为什么呢？因为我发现解完这边，我们上一集结束的时候，我想说，那我自己回去那个养育间再回去打一下，逛一下。不好意思，到这个程度的话是没有办法再回去养育间跟那个第一章的那个地图的。到那个绿色树头，你看这边传送点已经直接给你关掉了。所以我一咬牙，为了洛珊达之血，因为我只是想说回去打个那个史诗装备，结果发现不能回去，我一咬牙就全部回到那个下去救暗夜之歌之前，一口气把养育间，然后一路打到那个把那凯瑟里克真正击败，所以其实大概要花了2-3天去玩。好，所以大家现在看到我已经拿到这个洛珊达之血了，其实很普通啦，但影星的目前的 AC 跟这个加这个血可以免死1次，然后再加上刚好这段战斗都是不死生物，所以它这个洛珊达的光芒呢，可以让不死生物陷入目盲，就是有这个应该是攻击投掷劣势的部分哦，所以差蛮多的，有顺蛮多，然后因为多了养育间的经验值。我其实下去的时候已经9等了，等于比 BOSS 等级还高。现在打到一半都已经10级了，我是用10级再打9级的 BOSS， 所以其实我决定做一件事情啊，就是我们的这个难度呢，我决定调到硬核，因为我们队伍等级已经严重溢出了，对，所以应该是时候要挑战性强一点了。好，那我们就继续后面的吧。我拿了一大堆灵吸怪威能我都没用哈，所以后面再看吧。目前想不到要用什么。然后
not as bad as it could have.
我们应该先前往营地了，因为那个
If not over, then through.
啊，其实大家都有对话要点哦。我们现在营地对话一下。
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. You bet your ass I am. And I won't stop till that fucker is dead.
哦，好火的法拉哦，真火！火到他的鞋子都烧起来了，真屌！怒火中烧，怒火中烧，真的是有这个效果，靠，不开玩笑啊！
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
好，我们来问这个米佐拉的，说他已经可以讲这个签契约跟被流放的原因了。
Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it. she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mazora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
哦，他的盔甲，因为我们这个双手叉腰的这个双手抱胸的这个姿势，这个骷髅会变形，真的有够靠腰的。
I had Mazora at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world or the depths of the lower dark and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did. I understand. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
真的是可怜人威尔，但我都觉得搞不好那龙巫教都是米佐拉另外去谈的条件给他们，然后再方面手法再找威尔来把他们弄死。我觉得蛮像是魔鬼会做的这种。蛮像是魔鬼会做的这种的算计，因为像那个，我其实后来那个
Camp life seems to suit the young owlbear. His coat of feathers seems fuller.
后来不是那个萨尔神殿有那个血甲魔嘛？我其实就是按照正常的从那个下方走过去才会正常出发对话。其实有聊过，就是他为什么要困在那呢？就是拉斐尔骗他。说要跟他签了约，要把这边的这个暗夜法官都杀光，但是拉斐尔另一边又让那个最后的暗夜法官呢，弄了一个那个仪式，变成一个分裂成好几只的老鼠，所以他被困在那边非常久，对，一直没有办法完全契约，因为拉斐尔干这种双面手法。影星现在不知道什么，就只会有这个对话。
Go ahead, I'm listening.
What can I do for you, my friend?
雷塞尔应该也没什么新对话。
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
好吧。 我主要是要跟这个啊，对，艾琳跟伊索贝尔，主要是要跟他们对话。然后 Helsing 不知道死哪里去。
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? You sound like my father. But it was more than that. This was no mere attraction. It was love. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
所以他成为这个米尔寇的事情，感觉就是这几年的事情。
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
所以他们两个会永远待在这哦，那不错啊。
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
对，我要问一下影星的东西啊。
In due time, Mother Seluna will tell me when the time is right. Painful truths should be handled with some decorum.
这么鸡歪。
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help. Pray, ask, and I will tell.
这个都问过了，好吧，看来今天可以结束了。这个盔甲，矮人版的这个盔甲人看起来这么BG。
To Baldur's Gate, Voss will be waiting in this Sharess's caress.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh? He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him. Trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine.
and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
哎，所以他找了一个壮女孩来测这个 Zariel 新的这个地狱引擎。
Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me might be in vain. I'm sorry.
那个我们都看过了，我就直接跳掉了。
Go ahead. I'm listening.
奇怪，我们长修不是应该不穿盔甲吗？还是触发了什么 bug？ 应该是穿那个营地服才对啊。
Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
嗯，好吧，看一下其他人在不在这边。啊，艾琳他们在这，但他们这边好像没有一个休息区啊。然后这个应该 Helsing 吧？对，他们长修死哪里去了？我记得我邀他们加入了。啊，Jahira 在这里。
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
Faye, dost thou require a new...
啊，对，顺便忘了跟大家讲，我现在已经不是破事者了，我又花钱买回来，然后我这次是这个复仇，我记得是复仇圣骑吧。奇怪，这个章节我应该可以睡某个人才对啊，为什么感觉好像什么都没有？哎，我感觉影星的个人线应该是最长的了。然后盖尔应该我真的觉得没有什么，后面没什么个人线，几乎没有什么剧情啊，就不知道伊尔明斯特还会出来吐槽他几句还是怎么样，因为一定是为了他没有炸开来，一定去吐槽他，大概想就知道了。为什么现在要80啊？是因为我们人变多吗？奇怪 ，Helsing 死哪里去了？你看看 Helsing 在哪里？不会还在原地发呆吧？
Your desire.
Someone there.
Let's move. Go.
对啊，怎么还在这边？
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, not what, who. Still,
这不知道对话
I would
过了
like
吗
to No, my friend. I can't. Seems your ranks.
啊，算了，不管了，我要直接传出去了。为什么又有人要对话？你是不是搞我啊？我刚那长修是白修了，对吧？
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
好，我们再对话一下，看是不是大家又有新的话要讲。
Greetings.
What can I do for you, my friend?
应该刚都对话过了。
What's on your mind?
算了，我懒得点了，就继续。啊，对，跟艾琳还没，那个艾琳还没聊，差点忘了，差点忘了那个惊叹号。
I have something to ask.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman, one who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
I don't know.
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough, but I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
赛伦涅的暗夜短啊，是短矛，所以是单手的。可以放个月华之光，月之尘埃是干嘛？是加3哎，现在是传说等级。同时增加盟友造成伤害。视为劣势地形，1到4点光耀伤害，还不错。长秋可以放一次月华之光。好了，我们就接收了。这个其实灵魂压迫之剑应该是比较强，还有心灵伤害。以我们现在有带这个共鸣石在身上，现在打别人都有心灵伤害、异伤。看来应该是结束了，然后再看一下贾希拉还有没有什么话要讲。这集几乎前面都在对话，不过也合理的，因为毕竟剧情有重大突破，大家要交流一下资讯意见是很正常的事情。
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
贾希拉的休闲装怎么这么的有这种亚洲风格？好吧，休息吧。好恐怖哦！我们刚在那边睡，这两个就站在这，现在还是站在这。
I'm
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Of course. Just the one?
啊，太好了，该前进了。应该不会再有什么新的对话了吧？
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Move my blessings upon the slayer of the... Listen to the subtle... My darling Isabel says we will stay allied.
为什么要重新触发对话
I can't believe... And by killing him, you set him up. Tell me, do you believe in...
直接离开了，我受不了了。他这个判定，我都觉得每次都有点问题。
The curse has been lifted, the land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you. To split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant.
Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
我就觉得他好像切掉一些动画。哇，真的是，哦，这个远景场景做的真好，应该是那个飞龙岩嘛，那个碉堡嘛，应该在过去才能够到那个博德之门下城区哦，所以看起来这边应该就很多东西要打了，除非这边全部都是个白石，但我觉得应该不是。哎，凭什么把阿斯代人拉到最前面？但好多了。
Have a lot on my mind, and well, in it, light on my feet.
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness, your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk. Well met.
刚维尔那段好像嘴巴有点对不太起来。这个营地还是挺流畅的，对吧
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
刚忘了对话这个，原来大家对影星的这个境遇还是有遭遇的这个境遇还是有那个有话要讲。
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure. But her path will be easier with our support.
哎，其实像 Helsing 这种后面加入的伙伴，我以为他不会对这些那个起源角色的境遇做一些看法。我原本以为会很割裂的，就是很像是同一群生活人，可是不同小团体。对，拉里安在这部分应该还是做的蛮完整的。
I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded. What would you like to know? I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened. I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Daniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you. Anytime.
我们还是不要跟他发展这个超友谊关系。电湾入侵计划，这很明显，这个位置就一直就是留给明萨拉的。啊，可惜明萨拉我其实不就我看后来的攻略都是讲不能够在营地跟他战斗，一定要去把他引到门前击败他才行。哎，应该引过去了，引过去营地就可以少打，就不用打门口那个那么痛苦的。
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
哇，这集对话对了快1个小时。不错，我就知道这种演出，这种级别的。
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
他那个很讨厌，他那个音讯啊，哎。试看看这样有没有好一点。那调那动态范围真的是，有时候它又侦测又判定又太远，就不知道是 bug 还是什么。
What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit, I think I deserve something better.
啊，是有点可怜。一个人被折磨了200年之后，应该是没办法要求他还要保持这么高的同理心的。他娘的没错。
We'll be glorious both, you and I. You'll have your day too. Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finely positioned for yours truly to to ascend. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
除了声音小一点以外，我没有别的意见。
Fate, dost thou require a new?
哎呀，还有15可以捡。现在妈的，现在休息要80个食物，能捡就捡。这边场景其实真的是做的还不错。
Looking forward to a bit of rest. If
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore. I am free. You must face them.
我说实在，我觉得艾琳女士的这个盔甲真的是蛮帅的，真的很有这个赛伦涅的这个这种神选的这种感觉，蛮强的。哎，我们是不是卡拉克？刚刚应该对话过了。
Hey, soldier.
啊，终于来到柏德之门了，但是我感觉后面等一下要有一些鸟东西了，就这样吧。反正我们已经再存个档好了。
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join power.
We're under attack. Help me.
为什么是从那里面跑出来？每回合1d6伤害啊！武僧啊！啊，不是，是星界传送门来的刺客。哦，2个武僧。 啊，这不是他们那个最忠诚的那个吗？的那个派系。我操！
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help. I can't do this without you.
我们又传一个出来。
I'm under attack.
Trust no one.
Still breathing, despite everything.
先变成行狼来战斗。没想到是先触发这个，出乎我意料。
Can't hold them back alone.
You got this.
It's not over. Come to the
Friend
skull.
of Gake will be cleansed.
为什么资源不足？
It's not over. Come to the skull.
I'm ready.
Shouldn't have wished to live more interesting times.
I need you now.
这四脑怪是他造出来的友军啊。
The skull. Come to the skull. It's not over. Come to the skull.
那还有别的地方可以去吗？
Help me.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
奥杯盖了，上不来。因为武僧还蛮鲁小的。
It's not over. Please help me.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
I can't hold them off much longer. Hurry! I can't
So
hold
the
them back
demonic
alone.
figures we saw were Githyanki all along.
I need you now.
感觉好像还有些地方可以去，不过算了。
The skull. Come to the skull.
mind flayer? What's going on here?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
哎呀，我靠！原来一直帮我们那个就是一个那个一个的那个灵吸怪，而且是君主。我记得好像英文，我记得看人家讲影片好像是 Emperor。不晓得是不是以前的那个伟大蓝图，就是吉斯妖旗摧毁掉那个灵吸怪帝国的那个君主，一直躲在这边还是怎么样？不晓得。
You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. I told you about my room in the Elsong Tavern that night when you held me. I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself and not a mind flayer should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
啊，好吧，帮他吧，应该是好人。虽然说好的灵吸怪应该是还是有一些本身有自己的考量，不然这不符合他的这个 D&D 原本的那个设定。然后还有，我记得灵吸怪其实最终是要成为主脑的，所以不晓得他这个加一个君主，不晓得后面会不会解释。
The god, destroy the god. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now. Together, we can turn the tide. 异怪君主啊，他这个造型还是挺屌的。对啊，这是奥菲尔斯啊，不能调查哦。哦，不愧是最高难度哎，这血直接176了。看这荣誉守卫长也太强了吧！这西风战士都还没那么猛。你怎么一被心控血就少一半？
Some healing for a wizard in need.
看地狱之勇是3小。哦，有点痛哦。干，怎么我的命中率怎么那么低啊？
For Orpheus! Attacker! For Orpheus! Attacker!
哎，后面，操你妈！不要在地狱射线。这是施法型的武僧吧？有点像。这样都没死啊！盖尔要倒了。 哎，我就知道救也是白救。
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather them than potential future allies, like you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself Queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prism. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not? You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
先不要吧，先存档一下。
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said.
A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia. It has become extraordinary.
好，我们先吃掉它看看好了。我刚刚都说想都别想，它也是硬塞给我。
What are you?
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast.
I suppose if it works. But if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consuming it, your allies could have taken advantage of its power as well.
The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
我眼睛变黑色的，好恶心啊！哎，应该这样代表我应该可以点外圈啊！果然呢、啊，对外圈的现在才可以点。说服欺瞒威吓获得了专精，那我刚不应该吞的，因为应该是要对全部人开放才对。先补挡一下吧。
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible.
Well, certainly brave of you. I'll say that much.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
「我们的确好像脸上看起来是不太一样，越来越不像个人啦。看一下这个灵吸怪专精，灵能统御。哦，黑洞终于可以。哦，所以那个 The Rare 就可以用的就是这个黑洞哦。飞行术。 直接第一圈全部送给我了。我们可以变位移兽了啊！好吧，之后再慢慢研究吧。其他人好像是要全部点完第一圈才可以开始变成第二形态吗？不晓得。感觉这些全部都会是武僧的这个装备。我相信雷塞尔要是在我们要是有带出来的话，他应该会崩溃。这边应该要带雷塞尔才对的。哦，我现在完全就是升级版的，一些基础动作都是升级版。我这样还可以他妈用圣武士的能力吗
Go to the city, try out your new form, enjoy it.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
等下忘了补血。
Whatever it takes.
Lovely.
I've got a long road ahead. Time to press ahead.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Yes. But also no. I felt like the world had been upended. But it also made perfect sense. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Thank you. We'd best, but before that, you will see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. I have haven't even dared to use the more benign forms of illicit powers. Do you really think I'm eager to jump to the next step? Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself.
说服他来看看啊！哇，15哦，有点难哦。现在成功了。
Fine. I truly hope you're right about this.
好，我们要跟上次一样。
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
我们之后再放吧。我们先存档。我不晓得放过之后是不是等一下还可以再变回。
As you tuck the tadpole away, you feel a fleeting disappointment. It wanted so desperately to commune with you.
There's no time to waste.
金石蝌蚪，对。啊，其实还是这个变得就有一点。越来越有点不像人了，所以，哎，我们先说服大家，但是就先不要变吧。对，可能看来最后可能是牺牲阿顶巴巴大侠而已。人呢？
Quite the rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time. Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though this one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. It certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Or rather, you've not yet done me any harm. Still, there are undoubtedly risks to such a transformation.
哦，盖尔的更高，要18。
If this is what the fates have offered to aid our cause, then who am I to refuse? I'll take your tadpole. Let's see what it has to offer.
Life, it wants.
这个游戏选一个说服魅力跟说服低的主角，可能根本就玩不下去。
As you tuck the tadpole.
没事，我只是想要先 PUA 别人而已，之后再决定要不要变。阿斯戴伦一定是同意的。
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. At least my lack of tentacles. I'm not sure what's next for you. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. No. That was before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some grotesque beast. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over. I am not. I just don't want to lose my God's given good looks, really. Wouldn't that be a crime? I'm really not sure.
哇，这个这么难骰。
Fuck off! I can tell what you're doing. You will not break me down. Well, hello. What can I do for you?
哎呀，我们错失机会了，完了啊！阿斯戴伦没有办法。人呢？怎么只剩我们4个？该不会这个就是那个事件吧？ 好吧，看来只能休息了。哎，大家出来了。 好吧，毕竟我是灰矮人，所以脸多了几条黑线，的确是看不太出来。
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? Galik, the Elder Brain. It could be the harbinger of the grand design and the doom of the Githyanki. The end time of the 16 planes will be upon us, and the astral would be the first to fall. Very well. I will accept what this damnable Geichrok has to offer. Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashet.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her. Yes, and at a great cost, partial ceremorphosis. I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. I might never be. The coast is ever my priority. If you think we need this, very well. I will avail myself of the astral tadpole's powers.
So, there's been a mind flare inside the artifact or astral prism the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I do not say, but I digress. Did you?
Of course.
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
奇怪，他为什么突然头发变白了？是不是有 bug？ 不是要变成那个沙尔的那个才是变白的吗？还是我一直都搞错了？
Gods, a mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink. Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are. Ah, great powers, huh? I'm skeptical. Thought you'd be too. Especially if this thing wants to turn you into, what, a half squid? Then again, you can pull it off better than most.
为什么有劣势？我靠，塞到1哦！ 哦，太好了
You've got to be kidding. You really want me to become a partial illithid? Wasn't a decade in Avernus punishment enough? Oh, I'm that easy to manipulate, am I? Where's that bloody worm? Stick it in my eye before I change my mind.
I need a moment for the
不晓得 Helsing 对我们有什么想法？这集好长。
When I first met you, saving yourself from ceremorphosis was your greatest wish. And yet now, you've stepped closer to embracing it. I trust your leadership and respect your decisions, but I truly hope this is not something we come to regret.
盖我们已经 PUA 过了，应该没有新的对话了。
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits her.
所以拥抱那个赛伦涅的影星会变白毛，应该是这样吧？应该没有我应该，所以我之前误会了，所以这是正确的触发。从伙伴们的对话来看。
Huh? We have a new look for a new Shadow Heart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
不晓得这两个会不会什么反应啊？然后就赶快把这集结束吧。
My resplendence honors yours.
Looking forward to a bit of rest if I'm.
小 Hira 去哪里了？他不是应该跟过来吗？
Shadowheart walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her. Well, are we ready for the road once more?
哦，所以贾 Hira 没有过多的评论 ，Helsing 反而有。好吧，那我觉得这集就到这边吧。我是没有料到这么快就进到这个下一个阶段哦，就是灵犀怪的这个部分转变，我还以为要很后面或者是决战前才会开呢。看起来这个是这一圈的这个天赋是早早就能让我们来用哦。那感觉后期的战斗难度应该会更高哦。对，因为我们等于多了一圈天赋可以点。 相较于一般的职业，就像你在玩正义之怒一样，其实你有那个神，你有那个神的那个等级嘛，对不对？等于又更强，但是敌人其实也更变态。对，你永远记得那个狂喜，真的是喜乐，真的是让我觉得第一次打这么痛苦的王，怎么打都打不中他，天哪！然后又徒手伤害、徒手攻击，那个好像不吃那个修正值的，直接随便打都打中，一下把你打趴。对，不晓得 后面会不会也是一样啊？尤其是我现在调到最高难度，感觉敌人真的是打我们这种盖尔这种比较软的，应该是一下就把我们打死了。然后说实在的啦，我们写80级，其实被人家打个2下，其实也就半条就没了，所以完全是靠那个 AC 在躲，就真的就是拼，他没有命中。然后剧情的话，这个部分转变，其实我觉得老实说，我觉得看的角色真的蛮丑的。 为了获得这个能力，真的变得蛮丑的，所以，反正我已经有不小心被剧透了一部分啦，所以看来我们最后不知道为了什么样的，要使用什么样的会在什么样的情境下要做什么事情，应该是要有牺牲一个人去变成灵犀怪了哈，我就直接剧透了，因为他的这个以前按照原罪2 的这个他们的设计，总是要有一些人做牺牲，拥抱一些力量，做一些对的事情。你看威尔其实就是一个很活生生的例子，对。反正呢就后面再看吧，反正应该还有好长一段游戏旅程，应该还不用这么早做这个决定哈。那这段期间就先用这样的形态吧，反正大家也看到了，其实多了不少能力了，对，这些爆破、过载，这个可以关掉吗？不想开这东西。10回合啊，这不用，这不是常态，反正这些能力我们都拿到了。然后这个谢力看起来就很帅，对，好吧。 那我应该会少数1、2个去转啦，影星我不太想转，我不想看一个那个脸爆黑色血管的影星，这实在是太丑了。那到时候再看是谁。可是我觉得阿斯泰伦，我决定原本想，我竟然选错，我不应该去选感知的，我应该去那个威吓他。我自己再看我要不要读档去重新再跟他做检定吧，对，因为阿斯泰伦是我觉得比较我想牺牲掉的，反正。 他个人线如果我要是有成功解掉，他应该也是变成那个真正的近身吸血鬼，应该灵犀怪这个就覆盖掉了，对，应该也无所谓，所以就这样吧。 好吧，那剧情说实在的、啊，这个转折我是没有料到啦，其实是个灵犀怪在那个，我就想到之前的情景，我还亲了他哈，我是觉得很干啊。但就这样嘛，反正其实早就该料到了，对不对？一定是这样子，你这样你才会觉得很冲突，很 shock， 对不对？如果真的是一个就像他讲是平凡另外一个冒险人，突然就跑去找那个维拉基斯去偷他的这个人镜，这样也很怪哈，对不对？是他这样，其实这样剧情上是说得通，只是让你觉得很那个而已。好吧，那以上就是今天这个《柏德之门3》的游玩内容了。那我们就感谢大家的收看，我们下次见，拜拜。